to my late live stream. So those responsibilities, if you were watching my other two live streams this week on YouTube on different channels, I had some responsibilities to take care of on Thursday. Well, that didn't happen until today. So I was gone most of the day. Had to come home, get my notes ready, and I made it a little bit easier tonight. So we're going to be talking about the full moon in Capricorn. Yes, it is today for some of you and just turned the next day. But the good thing is the horoscopes that I do are good until third quarter. So pretty much we're going to go ahead and get rolling. I posted this probably about 5 minutes ago, so I don't know how many people will be in. I am just going to take a moment to log in to YouTube on my tablet. And I got notes. Hello, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Linda. Hey, Connie. Hey, Barb. Yeah, I was wondering, I was like, Connie might not be up for this one. I'm glad to see you. But yeah, you can probably tell I didn't do much. I just braided my hair. I can't French braid to save my life hardly. So I got a little bit of little flyaways here. But yeah, busy day. Let's see. I even got to do my full moon stuff today. Hey, Dead Serious. What's up? So I did a little something different today. We're going to do the same thing as normal. I don't have too much of an extensive notes today, just enough to get the gist, right? And then let's see. I went ahead and pulled the cards for the horoscope. So that's all 12 for the zodiac. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this deck right here, which is the newest Moonology deck, and I will do one card pull in addition to each zodiac sign. So basically what that means is I trust Spirit enough to have all this make sense. I asked Spirit not to let me see the cards as they come out. I only saw a few, maybe like 10% of them they flipped over, but I didn't read them or anything like that. Some of them are so small, like the words, you can't help but see it. But some of the ones with all the detail, I just flipped them back on over. So bear with me. We'll try to roll through this tonight and see what's going on. But yeah, thank y'all for being here and staying up a little later. I'm going to go ahead and get to my channel so I can write if I need to. It will not let me click on it. That's weird. I think I'm going to share it out. Let's see if that'll work. That's weird. How's everybody been feeling? Anybody else tired today? I know we've had a lot of solar flares lately. But sitting in the car and the heat and stuff, I'm tired. You can probably tell. Hey. Hey, Angela. Hey, Ransom. I understand. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, it's late. I went ahead and if you can't make it to your horoscope, because again, I'm going to do something a little bit shorter tonight. You can always come back tomorrow. This will be available tomorrow, and I'll have timestamps in the description box. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and jump right on in. I've got 8 people in the chat. Okay, Barb, we'll be sending you good vibes for her, honey. You know what's so funny? In my downtime today, I run across birthing videos. So I got caught up in water birth videos. I don't know. That's weird you say that. But yeah. What was clear liquid this? This is, yeah, I know it's weird. I don't have any Dr. Pepper. I'm out. I need my fix. I ain't got it. But yeah, this is Nature's Promise spring water, which I'll probably go through pretty fast. All right. So I'm hanging in there. Hey, Cassie. It's very interesting. I kind of regret not doing that with one of my kids, but I was always a puss. I was like, epidural. I know it's girl talk, but at the same time, third baby, I stayed at home and we, like they sent me home. They're like, it's not time yet. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And we went home and marathoned hotel. What is it? American Horror Story Hotel. So creepy, creepy stuff. And V fell asleep at about 4 o'clock that morning, and I let him. But by 9 o'clock, we had to go back. And with all my other births, they took forever, right? Well, most of you women probably know after your couple babies, it doesn't take as long. And I was expecting it to, but it didn't. We got to the hospital, and with my first two, I think I was at 1 centimeter with my first, 4 centimeters with my second. And when I went to the hospital, I wasn't having regular contractions. And literally, they checked me and I was a 7. So they rushed me out because they knew it was my third baby. So I almost, these like, don't have that baby in the tall end. But I ended up getting epidural. Still only took 4 hours from the time I got to the hospital. Oh, I bet. Yeah, the first had to be tough. Well, I pussyfooted out there. Hey, girl. Thank you. I didn't get it perfect. Can't really see it because I got dark hair, but I tried to get it a little fancy pants. Let's see. Beach lover. Hey, beach lover. Yes, put your moon water out. I won't be mad if you walk away. You know what? Honestly, lazy girl way, it still works. You can make it as special or as laxed as you want. It's the intention. And you can just go put a bottle of water outside, and then I take a Sharpie and write on it sometimes, because eventually you run out of glass bottles. But you can always get a glass bottle. You're supposed to take it, clear it with some type of smoke. But I found, though, I made moon water one time and I didn't let all the smoke go out. And then it ended up, like if you want to consume it, right? Because sometimes I consume a little bit. It tasted funny because of the sage. 9 pounds, 5 ounces. And he's still grounded for that. Wow. That's crazy. Give me 1 second. But yeah. All right, guys. So 26 now. Wow. They grow fast. My oldest will be 15. So I get it. Yeah, I think Aiden was 8 pounds 7. No, 8 pounds 7 ounces or 8 pounds 13 ounces. One or the other. I was 5 pounds 13 ounces. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So we have a full moon in Capricorn. It is at 1 degrees because yesterday, okay, so when we have a full moon, the moon's on one side of the chart and the sun's on the other. That's why it's illuminated. If they were conjunct, which means together, basically that means that, you don't see the moon. It's in the way. So it's a dark moon. The sun's not shining on the moon. So we are in opposition right now. So the opposition sign, so new moon this past time was Cancer. So you see the traits here, and it's the opposing sign. So the opposing sign to Cancer is Capricorn. So, full moons, they bring in, that's the time when you plant your seeds with the new moon. The full moon is the time when you have fruit. Fruit is bearing, or even flowers, but it's easiest to say like fruit, because even before like a plant grows fruit, it grows flowers. So you think of the growing cycle when you think of the new moon. So right now we're in the fruiting stage. So what seeds we planted at the beginning of the month for manifestation, or what seeds we planted 6 months ago ended up coming to fruition. Well, what was yesterday? It was the summer solstice. So, and that is marked by Cancer. Okay, so Capricorn marks the winter solstice. So for Southern Hemisphere, y'all are going into winter. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're going in to the summer. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Zoe. But yeah, so pretty much, um, let's see. I'm trying to think. Lost my train of thought. Shoot, this is what I get for going live so late. I did have a little coffee. I ain't gonna lie. I have like one sip left. I reused my cup. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. And solstices are time to like see where you're at. So in terms of seasons, we want to kind of plant, and there's two different things. You can run off seasons or you can run off hey Lena, hey Brittany. You can run off seasons, or you can run off lunar cycles, or you can run off both. So, you can choose which ones to work with, or you can work with both. We plant our seeds in the winter, right? And then by now we've come to fruit as well. So we have to see what's working, what's not working. And this goes with this moon too, not just the summer solstice, but the full moon as well. So we have to ask ourselves, what were we doing? Well, I guess would be January 11th. So what was happening around January 11th? What were you wishing for at the beginning of this year? Take time to think about that. See what has come to fruition. See what has come true, right? And be ready to kind of cut away, to compost what it is that, no longer serves you, what's not working out, stuff of the such. And let's see. I'm going to see what else I got. Tried to memorize my notes today. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's truly time to spend quality time, well, with yourself and self-love, and also with family is a good time to do that. This moon for the transit is in the ninth house of higher learning, higher spirituality, foreign travel. It can be a very intuitive time. Even though we're in opposition, Capricorn is like a hardworking sign. They're determined, they're competitive, and there's a lot of things that we can take right now, even though we're going and doing a bunch of introspective, right? We can go in, do the inner work, but then we can like make it a reality. Also, things are coming to light. So full moons are for illumination. And let's see. I got my noties right here. Oh, I can't find it. Well, shucks. It's fine. It's fine. I got to look up the Sabian symbol because that's the one thing I forgot to do. I had all my stuff pulled up at that. But we talk about the Sabian symbol. I try to at least every other week. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I know. Already had a couple interesting folks entered the chat. Somebody said, "May I ask what it is you do?" I'm a psychic medium and an astrologer. This is the whole spiel that I had to create. A psychic medium and astrologer that specializes in the paranormal and spiritual guidance. So I kind of do a little bit of all. So I do life coaching and stuff like that too. In a nutshell, without getting too technical. Yeah. Hype girl in the chat. All right. Cherokee's coming through. Yeah, the braids. I thought about putting my rainbow in my hair. I want to go swimming so bad. I haven't been. Thank you, Tracy. Girl, that's that Becca highlighter. That's what that is right here. A little bit right here. No, my skin's actually not that bad right now. But at the same time, I have acne scars. Um, the Bobby Mackey's video, I will say this. I know I'm in the middle of everything, but we stop and talk. I got that hopefully coming out by next Friday. I just started editing it. So I'm going to sleep soundly tonight. Didn't get much sleep last night. I found myself waking up after a dream, but and my class is next Thursday too. So manifesting with the moon. So those that end up taking this class, and I'll have my journal coming out at some point, hopefully in July. I couldn't with I wasn't expecting these filming projects with the paranormal investigation. That just fell in my lap after I made that commitment. And I wasn't expecting it to take almost 2 full weeks to edit that first video. But I'm glad it did, because it did well. It was worth it. Yeah, the blending part, I used either powder or cream, and you just got to keep pushing it in. Keep pushing it in, or keep on. It's a patience thing. Like, I didn't really do much with my eyes tonight, but my eyes generally will take the longest out of anything. Yes, I'm excited too. I found a good resource too, an extra resource that's helping me clarify some things, because moonology, there's ways to do it, and everybody has different techniques and stuff like that. So yeah, and Brittany, she's going to be a part of the class, and Cassie's going to be a part of the class as well. Trying to see if other somebody else is going to be a part of the class, but they're not in the chat, so I won't say. Yeah, I know, Barb. I'm sorry to hear that, dear. Um, I will probably teach this class again towards the beginning of next year. And the reason is I have some ideas. Like, I'm really going, I mean, I want to do classes, but I think I'm going to do pre-recorded classes for now. And while I get my footing with all this editing and stuff, and then I think what I'm going to do is really set next year up for lunar manifestation, meaning like I want to have not just content, but like the journal. And I'm even thinking about a specific calendar, but I'm going to run it on the lunar cycle, not just the yearly cycle. So it's going to be geared towards manifestation. So now that I've said it, it's going to push me to be like, oh, everybody might like that. So and now I have to do it. And it's going to be separate from the journal, because I want the journal to be blank. So you can buy it at any time during the year and, fill it in as you go. And then I may do a specific 2025 one for those that prefer it that way. But that has to be planned out, timed out, and available for purchase, like at the beginning of the year. So, yeah. Oh, no, Tracy. All right. Take a sip of my liquid water here. Thinking it may be Dr. Pepper. No. Mm-mm. Damn it. But yeah, so full moon, things are being revealed in the ninth house. Some people could be having like profound spiritual shifts, but if you are specifically in the ninth house or have a lot of ninth house houses, you could be illuminating that. It could be going on vacation, or you could be looking to go back to school and stuff like that too. Yeah, I know. I'm out. I only had one Dr. Pepper for today. So couldn't get any more, unfortunately, and I am not going back out tonight. If I do, well, it's 12. I won't have a car here soon, so no Dr. Pepper, so I won't be all caffeinated up. I hopefully will sleep well. No, I'm not. I'm not okay. I need it. Say we need to plan it. I know. I would love to. I've been invited to go to Waverly on July 18th. I can't, because I mean, it really, it's just funds. Like, I have many places lined up. Just can't get there if you don't have the money, and my car. So I have to rent a car every time that I go somewhere that's more than like a couple hours away. Well, I could probably make it to the mountains or the beach of NC from where I'm at. Or like, I could go up and down a little bit. But if it's over like 200 miles one way, I need to rent a car. So, yes, I would love to do it. I know Dr. Pepper withdrawals. I'm going to start twitching. Start huffing CO2 because, the CO2 in the drink or whatever, the bubbles. Carbonation. Uh, but yeah, I've got a lot of things planned, and I know that I've probably already said it. We're going to go to the Trivet Clinic Center. So that's where I went on April 13th. That's in Hamptonville. It's affordable, and it's only an hour away. So, very affordable. Probably one of the most affordable places besides like going to a graveyard and setting up, which I might do that one day more, but it's not really my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go places, and it's just for the type of content I'm trying to create. So, working on manifesting that. Yeah, I need me a soda stream. I'm in NC, North Kakalaki. So, I'm East Coast. I think I looked it up. I think I'm 2,800 miles away. I know, I don't have any chocolate either. Y'all, I did really good. Unfortunately, that trip and the heat and, I had an abscess not even a week. I had an abscessed tooth not even a week prior to that trip. So I was taking antibiotics, and that's happened before dealing with my client, Beth. And then going up there, y'all are going to, when y'all see the video, I look like I gained about 20 pounds, but it was fluid. I was swollen, but I have arthritis on a lot of parts of my body. So yeah, I was like, what? It looks wild. But I've been doing a lot better. I've been trying to eat better and drink less soda. But I like chocolate. Yeah, there is Mountain Dew, but I can't stoop to that level. Sometimes I'll get desperate and take a swig, but that's it. Yep. All right. So let me look. Let's see. I know I had something written down in here I wanted to say. Oh, we were looking up the Sabian symbol. I've got the ADHDs coming out. I ain't got my Dr. Pepper. You got to do what you got to do. That's right. All right. So let me go to Mind, Fire. And we round up for our Sabian symbols. So, like, it's at 1 degrees of Capricorn and so many minutes. So, if it's not at 1 degrees, 0.00, if it's at 1 degrees, 0.17, then you got to round up to 2 for Sabian symbol. So, Capricorn, 2 degrees. Here we go. I could feel that coming. I didn't want to bust y'all's ears because I already know my audio is really loud. All right. Not prepared. I know. I'm sorry. Sabian symbol. 3 rose windows in a Gothic church, one damaged by war. That is another phrase. Like I've heard this said another way. So it says 3 stained glass windows and 1 damaged or something like that. But that's what this means. So we have to think about what that means. Think about what's happening in the world right now. So 3 rose glass windows or 3 stained glass windows. And this is the Sabian symbol because again, there's 360 Sabian symbols. Okay. That match each degree of the zodiac. All right. And it generally has something to do with what's going on. So there's 3 windows in a Gothic church, one damaged by war. That means, and think about it. What could that mean for you? Well, there were 3 windows, one was damaged, but you still have protection. That could be talking about us in a specific way, about what you're going through in life. Yeah, 1,500 miles. I drove 950. I know I just stopped and I'm reading the stuff. I drove 950 to Kentucky and back, but it was the car, I think, too. The shocks were just shot. I drove, right. Hey, Perry. But yes. So, keynotes: the necessary realization by any individual making a violent use of collected power that it will lead to an inevitable destruction of some of the values ensuring group integration. So, kind of sounds like a little bit of war. the necessary realization by an individual making a violent use of collective power that will lead to the inevitable destruction of some of the values ensuring group integration. So, could be like smoke and mirrors, because stained glass window, you can't see through them. So, that makes me think of like drama, not knowing the whole deal, and you just think before you react, or for your benefit, or too pure of what's inside of what's hidden. And what's happening right now is the new moon, or I'm sorry, the full moon is coming in and illuminating these things. And whatever house, so like Aries, I believe the moon is in, without looking at my notes, I'm pretty sure it's in the 10th house. So that's the career, your reputation, and, stuff like that. So that you can take that and apply it to that meaning. So if that makes sense, I hope it does. All right. So I'm just going to pretty much leave that there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Well, wait a minute. I found it. I found that. Where's it at? Where's it at? I know I got it. Dang it. I wrote it down, but I was on the wrong page. Oh, yeah. We have Mercury coming in tomorrow. So Mercury, the planet of communication, squaring the nodes, the lunar nodes. So that is like past and future. And that's, Mercury is communication, thinking, intelligence. It's broadening, can't say it, broadening the perspective, okay, so of our past and our present, and we're able to really logically think about things and get stuff in order and back to where it needs to be. Like literally take the time, like right now and over the next couple days, to figure out how you want to spend your time and energy. Okay, I think that might be why too. Like, I don't know if any of y'all have been feeling a little like maybe not completely run down and tired, but kind of like lagging. That could be why, because it's more of an introspective time. And if you're connected with cosmic energy, like right now, I debated on just rolling over and leaving you guys hanging, but I couldn't. I couldn't because I love y'all. That's why I'm here. I mean, no offense, but that's what I felt like. But I love doing this. So, yes, yes. All right. So, what we're going to do, does anybody have any questions before I move on? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the horoscopes. So I'm going to rub my labradorite for good luck. I trust spirit. My brain's like half working right now. So I'm just going to tap into my intuition and let spirit say whatever comes out. You bounced your besties to be here. Well, I appreciate you. Gotta figure out what's going on next week, girl. I love y'all too. Yeah, and if your head's spinning in all directions, it could be because things are being illuminated and like pushed to the surface, and whatever's like, pay attention to what it is spinning about. Spirit's telling me, and look, it's already happening. Look, let me rub this a little more. Spirit's telling me to focus on what you keep reverting back to while your head's spinning, and like take mental note of that, or take like physical note of that and write it down. And then maybe look deeper into those thoughts and see why you keep your head spinning. Because, you think about one thing and you get sidetracked and get sidetracked. There might be a common denominator, is what I'm saying. Uh, what is that? Did that say Lord? Is that Farquad? Is that from... Oh, I'm far enough in the live. Is that from fucking Shrek? Get your ogre ass out of here. Sorry. You've been drained and tired, Perry. I hate to hear that, dear. I know. I did a lot of running today. A lot of responsibilities, helping out my family and stuff. There's a lot of things going over on each side. It's starting, what's interesting is this is the second time that I went live on YouTube, and like without StreamYard. By the way, is my audio cracking? Because I took my phone out of the case. All right, night, Brittany. Yeah, and guys, you can always come back. I'll have the timestamps, and if I can remember, I'm going to write the time, like I'm going to look at the time and kind of write it down as I switch zodiacs, and I can have them in there quicker in case y'all do fall asleep. But I've already got the cards pulled, so audio's good. Okay. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think I'm going to try to write down the zodiac timestamps. Like, this is my behind the scenes. Y'all are seeing behind the scenes. I'm going to write that down. Here, see, look, that's the analytical side. The Capricorn side. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So you can do more things at one time. Capricorns are all about like work too, because it rules the 10th house. Oh, that sucks. It's probably because I'm doing vertical. Oh, but what I was saying is like, I really never had like people come in and say dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot. But I've noticed by streaming on YouTube, I think it's throwing in more people like coming and going, coming and going. And it's like weird folks. It's starting to turn into TikTok, which, TikTok's cool and all, but it's a different space. It's different. You run into some craziness. All right, Linda. Well, if you fall asleep, dear, you can always come back tomorrow and look for your sun, moon, and rising sign in the description box or in the comments if you're interested. I know I'm getting ready to do it because I know it's getting late and a lot of y'all probably about falling asleep. I know some of us, though, we're like nighttime ride or die. All right. So I've already pulled the cards. I've got them in order. I'm going to write down this timestamp roughly. And I'm going to pull a random card first for it and see how well this card matches with what I've already pulled, because I don't know what they are. So we're all kind of seeing them for the first time, except for the few that kind of come out face up. Most come out face down. I get that, Angela. Yeah, me too, girl. A lot of the times. But tonight, I kind of just feel like, I don't know. I just want to watch TV. Maybe that's it. Like watch a movie, rather. I haven't watched a movie in a while. That's the kind of vibe I have. Netflix and chill by my damn self. Okay, okay. Look, they're hiding your comments now, Tracy. I'm having to... Okay, another moderator just handled it. For some reason, it's holding your comments. You didn't even say anything. I guess because we've had to block so many people. I don't know what happened, but all right. Yeah, I hope I can. I have Prime now, so I might try to find a movie on Prime. What are y'all planning on doing? Just staying? Well, I watch a lot of YouTube, obviously. I got a card that come out. We ain't looked at it yet. But this is going to be, and I hadn't introduced it either properly or formally. But, yeah, this is going to be for Aries. But what do y'all plan on doing after this? Besides maybe going to sleep. You're going to watch a movie? You're going to hang out on YouTube? Going to see what everybody else is doing on this fine Friday night? Nice. That sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know that. So, but have y'all y'all probably been able to watch it. It's because I'm in vertical on YouTube. And I can change that, but my setup, I've got to get that fixed. All right, so the top here is Pisces. The bottom here is Aries. So what I'm going to do is just flip the deck over. And this is for the 10th house for Aries. Sun, moon, or rising. And that'll be more relevant later too, because I'm going to try to do up to 5 astrological readings. I'm going to see how I feel. I might be too tired for that tonight, y'all. If it takes too long for the horoscopes, I might have to get a rain check, and maybe we'll just do a live where I do like card pulls or astrology charts or something. Maybe that's what we'll do. Depends on how I feel. Let's see. What in the world? Oh, that's the bot. It's a bot. So we might have bots coming in because I've seen them before. And once that thing comes in because it picks up, I guess, somebody's wrote some type of script, like whatever computer stuff. And we might get that. So might need a couple more moderators here. Hold on. I'm just picking 2 people for now. Just the first couple I seen that I talk to quite frequently. So if you see the torch pop up, welcome. All right. So I'm going to lay these cards out. Take the first look, naturally. And remember, let's see if this card matches up with the other cards. Okay, whoops, upside down. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Yep, there it goes. Yep, it's going to keep coming because it's a bot. Or it is a person and they have multiple accounts. So yeah, I've done booted them once. I muted them from the channel. So there's nothing I can do. But this, I mean, and we might have to go to war. I've done this on Rochelle's channel. You might go to war for about 5 minutes, but eventually it'll catch up. And I don't know if it has something to do with like YouTube too. But yeah, I've seen them before. Well, I appreciate it. If y'all would need me to add another moderator, I'm trying to help too. When I do this, though, I might not stop. I might just go ahead and do it all the way through. And if you can't, if you miss one, it's not that big a deal because it's a fake. It's fake. Okay. Yeah, I think I should have. There you go. All right, so I got y'all. So look, I gotta get in the mood here. I should have about 5 of y'all right now. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Let's see. All right, grounded. So we've got changes coming in the 10th house, Aries. So this is what come out. Changes. Things are changing. Look at that beautiful big moon. It says the Quicksilver moon. So that means fast changes at our root with our family. So opposition is the 10th. Yep, the 10th house, the opposing house. So a balance between home and career, because this is the IC in astrology, and that means family. Okay, the 4th house. It's right between the 3rd and the 4th house. Communication, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. There's changes coming between that, and you're trying to balance between your career and your home life right now. And you've got this card of the night. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. It's time to really get a balance between your home, your family, your work. And it would be good because if you're super stressed out right now, Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you can use this time, since what I discussed earlier about how this moon is, more emotional, kind of geared towards working on our inner self and our shadow, which this is our inner self, right? Okay. You can develop your spiritual practices and routines through shadow work. Hey, I love it. I love it. All right. That was Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And you take it as, oh, wait a minute. Let me give you a couple more keywords. So it can just be career. It can be your reputation, public image, right? Your father. So this could be a balance with your father. Men in general, okay? And that's the 10th house, okay? We were talking about that for Aries. And the 4th house, home, roots, family, self-care, emotions, foundations, mother, children, women, and just feminine energy. So normally, y'all know I can spit all that stuff out, but I ain't taking any chances tonight because I'm so tired. Yeah, and if the Terror Killer, just if y'all can, just hide them from the channel. If you time them out, eventually that'll work, But anything that says that, if you can hit the button fast enough or however it's happening, and I'll look at the chat. Now my earring's stuck in my freaking hair. Look, illuminating. We can all focus in our energy, get into AI, and blow that son bitch up one day. Yeah, it's multiple accounts. It's so aggravating. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll probably, I don't like doing it on StreamYard a lot sometimes because the audio. I like to do it on YouTube, but since this is like this, I know it does it on both sometimes. But I didn't even hashtag it. I didn't even hashtag it or anything. Like with tarot, I didn't put any tags or nothing. The big lasers. All right, so I'm just going to put these aside. And so before we even look at Taurus's sun, moon, or rising, we're going to go ahead and look at the card I just pulled for Taurus. Full moon, forgiveness. We're in the full moon right now, so let's see what Taurus has, okay? Let's see if this makes sense. Wow. Okay. All right, so Taurus's moon is in the 9th house right now because we're going backwards. It's in the 9th house of higher learning, higher spirituality. All right. Hold on. Okay. Damn. Need some bug spray. Hold on. If y'all need me to wand somebody else, if y'all fingers are getting tired, let me know. Hold on, I'm looking. Me looking. I think that's all I got for now. It's like a game now. Yeah, it happens every once in a while. It somehow knows how to pick up, and it's either the person switching, because you can have a lot of accounts, or it's the bot. Anyways, I'm going to ignore it and keep going. Thank y'all for doing that for me. All right, good. All right, let's roll. All right, so Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. The first card we got that we pulled live was forgiveness. And again, this is full moons happening in the 9th house for you guys. And we got the 9th house in the card. So higher learning, foreign travel, higher spirituality, real enlightening thing, right? But to become enlightened, to be able to, really ascend and awaken, you have to work on forgiving people. And it's part of the moonrise. Moonrise means a rise in intuition, right? Rise in intuition with the 9th house for a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. And guess what? You got the intuition card, okay? And it's taking inspired action. So whatever comes to you, this right now, Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, it's all around higher learning, higher spirituality. You may notice your intuition blossoming. Also, Spirit said dreams. Like, it reminded me of dreams. You might be having some dreams. That is more of a 12th house thing, right? But there's definitely something on the rise for you, Taurus, sun, moon, or risings that end up, okay, coming and watching this video. And again, always check your sun, moon, and rising. The sun is for your career, your purpose. The moon is your intuition. The moon is feminine, the sun is masculine, mother, father. It can mean several different things, right? In subconscious moon, conscious is sun. And then you also have the rising sign, which is the direction you're heading. So be sure to always check all three, combine them together, and see if it makes sense for you. All right. So definitely work on letting go. Sometimes Tauruses, you have that earth energy. Definitely ground. The need to ground is very, very, very important. Interesting, Angela. Yeah, and that could be why. If Taurus, it's coming through strong. And I believe, these might not resonate for every single Taurus, right? But knowing what the sun, the moon, and the rising sign represents, and I believe the way I have it like set up, or like my parameters, is whoever's meant to watch this and sees this, because it's kind of it's not evergreen content, it's going to mean something to you most of the time, I at least hope. So I think that's the coolest part about this. All right. And we're going to go ahead. Oh, that's right. We're going to go ahead and pull this live for Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, or rising sign. We're going to pull a live card. And if you're tuning in, this is for the folks that watch after. If you're tuning in just now, I pre-pulled the cards. I didn't peek as much as possible. Let y'all see it first. What is it for Gemini, sun, moon, or rising? Dark side of the moon. Mystery. All right. And this is taking place in the 8th house. Okay. The 8th house is the house of mysteries. For the moon is in the 8th house for Geminis, if you're doing whole house signs, basically. So there's some validation, I guess you could say. And let's see what else we got here for Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. All right. So dark side of the moon, mysteries in the 8th house. There's messages coming through mysteries. So mysteries also can be not just like, could be cover-ups, could be, I know this sounds awful, but maybe somebody lied, or mysteries is in your intuition and your subconscious and transformation. It's going to be important because we have this full moon in Taurus to detoxify and ground and ask for divine guidance, Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, because you may go through a bit of sadness right now because of the information you may find out, or it could just be an inner feeling of transformation, coming in, because it's most important to ride the wave and flow with it right now, Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. This goes by a lot faster when I don't have to shuffle them, because when I shuffle them, I might start doing this and pre-doing that. If y'all like me doing it this way, and I probably would go much deeper if I wasn't a little sleepy tonight, to be 100% honest. But if y'all like me going ahead and pre-pulling these, it is working and it does make sense, at least to me. So, yes, it did look like Pink Floyd. Hey, Snowfall. All right, we're moving on to Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, which is in the 7th house for the whole sign houses. Okay. Let me get my legs situated. But Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, we're pulling one live card. And I've already pulled the set prior to save a little time. Let's see. Bam. Okay. All right. And now, what do we got? Ooh, me likey. Moon magic. Transformation in the 7th house of business-ships, partnerships, marriages, contracts. Okay. So that's what this moon is in for Cancer. So when we think about these cards, we think about it in that narrative, okay? Business-ships, partnerships, marriages. All right, so let's see. All right. So on top of the transformation that may be happening around your business ships, partnerships, and stuff of the such, contracts, right? You have Neptune, which is vision, which is also represented by your intuition. So you may have things coming up that have never before, like coming to the subconscious surface, because we're getting a theme here, right? I didn't look at these cards when I pulled them earlier. And the Neptune also rules dreams, not just intuition and dreams. And then it also has something to do on like a negative side effect of like illusions, or illusions of a partner being cast upon you, or it could be a business partner. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It even could be a strong friendship. Okay. But yeah, transformation in that area. And it doesn't have to be bad. It could be actually great, but it is time to go deeper, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You have this new moon energy to plant the seeds. Again, we have that darkness, that transformation, that unknown. We don't know which way things are going to go because it is in Scorpio, which is the murky water. You have to go deeper to really see the bottom. Okay. And the best way to do that is through meditation, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And what that will make you more comfortable. Okay. It'll be more comfortable for you to be able to kind of take that time, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, go back into your shell a little bit here, and then it would bring you a lot more happiness if you take time to rest during this full moon. Definitely take a shower tonight or tomorrow, take a long bath, do what you got to do to relax and rest. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for Leo and check out what's going on. Cancer. I'm a Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising myself. It already come out that quick. Is it starting to slow down, y'all? Thank you, my keyboard light warriors. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, girl, I have one that's like 15 years old, but it's a soft tub, so it's not one of those that's stationary. And yeah, it might still work. I don't know where the hoses are. I'd probably have to replace those. And I know where the piece is. I need to. Oh, shit. Shit. Hold on. Ow. Ow. I dropped it. I made it. But yes. I need to try to plug that bitch up, but I'm scared. Something might crawl out of it. All right. So I am moving on to Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And the live card that did pop out was New Moon, which represents new beginnings. So what does that mean? So, and this is taking place in the 6th house. This is of like your health, fitness, daily routines, and how you are service to others. So maybe right now, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you are ready to cultivate working with you. Well, you're a fire sign, right? But this is Taurus is an earth sign. But new beginnings require seeds to plant in soil by grounding yourself, okay, for whatever new endeavors that you're going to do for your health, your fitness, your well-being. It can be your work duties, or again, how you want to be service to others. Maybe you're starting a business, or maybe you're doing something of the such, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, starting just something new in general with a group of people, and maybe you're trying to get these ideas right now. It is definitely a part of your ascension path, whatever it is you're doing. If it's about your health or your work or how you are service to others, definitely you have the last quarter moon energy. Okay, last quarter moon is when we like cut ties and start to prepare the soil, right? So it's all about like new beginnings, preparing the soil. You got to let go of the past, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, to be able to have the new beginnings. And by doing that and letting go, you will be able to have the strength. Okay, you have that pillar of strength here. There's a lot of red. Look at this too. Sometimes this happens, and I think it's really beautiful. There's a lot of red and pinks. I love when this happens. And sometimes these readings, because I've been doing them off camera for a couple, well, 2 or 3 years now, the colors will all match. There's a lot of red energy. And then, you know what? Beginnings is your root chakra too. So you may have some trauma around these new beginnings and, how to be service to others or what it is you want to do. The 6th house is ruled by Leo too, by the way. Yep. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Wait a minute, it might be Virgo. It's Virgo. But yeah, so because Cancer's 4. So Virgo. And Virgo is an earth energy, just like Taurus. And yeah, so take care of yourself, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It is definitely a part of your path. So we'll go ahead and move on. And if I've come across your if I come across your zodiac already, let me know if it resonates. You don't have to give details if you don't want to. I would be surprised if some of it may not resonate. I'm not 100% on my game tonight, right? I'm just kind of flowing with it. Maybe I am. Sometimes I don't feel like I am, and then I actually am. But, you know, I guess that's the human thing. When I just open my mouth and let Divine Spirit fly. They really did me a solid tonight with these cards. That was crazy. I love doing that, though. It's not the first time I've done it this way either. Like, again, off camera. It's really cool. Yeah, I love red. And red, obviously, I don't know if you can see, but my room's red. Look at the big full moon back there. And the moon. I've got like layers of curtain thingies I've hung up that I need to take down. But this is for Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. For the full moon in Capricorn. Whoop. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. There's so many twadolis. Like raviolis, twadolis. Hey, just me. Oh, baby, I'm more than a card girl. This is just for funsies. I want to see it. Now I'm nosy. Y'all gotta give me a second. I gotta read these. They're juicy. I wear a lot of black, too. Where is Naked Vanilla? I'm gonna have to make that a candled scent. A candle scents. I love it. All right. All right. Back. I had to lean over to lay them out. Just wanted to be dramatic. Back. All right. So the card that we pulled live was Day Moon. Love. Look at all the little mushy rooms. They're so dang cute. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, love. And it's taking place in the 5th house. Okay. That's the house of what brings you pleasure, which can be love or love with a significant other, or your creativity, or children, or somebody else's children, right? So bringing love. And look what we have here. We have a stained glass window in the 4th house, right? 4th house is family. So Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. This is in the 5th house of creativity. And what brings you pleasure. And a lot, this moon talks about getting closer with your family, because it does have that Cancer essence, even though it's in Capricorn because of its placement. And lo and behold, we have the new moon in Cancer too, meaning relax and focus on the present. Okay, so focus on the present around your home, your family, bring creativity. What I'm visually seeing, honestly, is like Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, you tidying up your home. I see like opening up the windows, letting the fresh air come in, like finally it's spring. I feel like I'm talking to somebody, and you're just in a better mood. It's important though. You know, there has been some pain that you've been going through, but it is time definitely to relax. You new moon energy, planting your seeds, making a change. It goes back to the meaning. You've been cleaning. Oh, well, there you go. But yeah, it means like, you know, it's time to reset. I was talking about that earlier when I was talking that titty bit about the moon, how, you know, it's time to reevaluate. Winter solstice for southern hemisphere, you know, summer solstice for us here in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, it's time to reevaluate and let go of the things that hurt you in the past, okay? That way you can open up that creativity and allow in what brings you pleasure, because Virgo, sun, moon, or rising, sometimes you don't allow that. It's hard sometimes for Virgos to chill and relax and, you know, allow that creativity to flow, even though they're very creative. My great grandmother was a Virgo, and her house was always spotless and it was always beautiful. She would do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, focus on the present, Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. And 4th house matters in that stained glass window. But remember, the Sabian symbol was 3 rose-colored or stained glass windows, 1 broken out by war. So the wars of the past, allow them to leave. Start over. It's all about love. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. All right, we're going to move on to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is the live card pull. Right. I'm a Gemini, so I'm everywhere. I mean, there's been times in my life, especially when my children were younger, that I'd vacuum every single day, which is good. I mean, some people do that, and I'm not, I don't anymore. They're older, they can vacuum. I know that's awful, right? But if you don't make them do something, they're just going to sit around on their behind, play video games, do schoolwork, go wash some dishes. All my kids ask me, how do y'all feel about this? Y'all let me know. Do you think it is appropriate to give your children allowance for performing regular tasks that are not extensive around the house? Like, should you give your kid allowance for washing the dishes or vacuuming at least the living room or even the whole house or their room? Should you give them rewards for cleaning their room? Should you give them rewards for, I don't know, dusting? What do y'all think about that? While I pull this card. A girl, I've just slacked. There is nothing wrong with that. I love sweeping. I like sweeping and vacuuming. That was my favorite thing to do. Like chores or pitching in, yes. So I think, this is just my opinion, for regular things, that's like normal, not asking, nothing crazy. I don't give my kids allowance. But if I was to ask them to do something extra that took more of their time, and more energy outside of the one or two things I ask them to do like every other day that don't take very, like my son has to feed the dog, let her outside when he's here, at least about half the time, and he has to take out the trash. But if I was to ask him to get out here and, you know, help clean up the whole yard, that might be different, right? But I don't. That's just my feelings about it. And it's okay. Either way, I'm not but I'm a giving person. So I constantly give in other ways to them the best I can. But yeah, I don't do it for just regular stuff. Yeah, and you're right, Connie. I could think about it. I did think about it from the perspective of like if they knew there was a reward behind it, they would be more adamant on wanting to take that trash out, right? Yeah, and that's what I thought. Like I never got allowance growing up at all. Um, so I think maybe that's just from my parenting. That's so cool though. It's interesting you say that, Connie. I used to buy their art and stories they wrote too. That's so cool. That reminded me. I want my 8-year-old and me to write a children's book. I got a little eye makeup thing. I need to mow my lawn. Is how you get grounded. Right. That's understandable. If they don't contribute, but I do slide them. It's not like I don't give them stuff. Like I surprise them with different various things just for being awesome. But yeah, that's just kind of how I do it. Just interested. I figure it's an interesting topic because I know a lot of us here are parents one way, several of us at least. All right. Oh, we're on Libra, right? On Libra. I did Virgo. Yes. All right. So I'm going to lay this out first. And this is Libras for the 4th house. Look, I forgot to write down my timestamps. I knew I would. It's dang. But you know what? Since I remembered, it'll be helpful to start now, right? Libra. All right. We'll leave that open and right there. All right. So Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Here's the card that we pulled live tonight. It is Take a Breath, Moonstruck. Look at that. That's a pretty card. Moonstruck. So, Moonstruck, take a breath. That means you're out of breath. Something could have happened in your home, family life, anything like even within self. Okay. You think about maybe a mood that just come about. Okay. Patience is definitely going to be needed with whatever happened. You have that rebirth energy in that fourth house. So Pluto is the planet of destruction, but always from destruction comes, more. It's definitely time to have that first quarter energy. So there is some issues going on in the fourth house for Libra, sun, moon, or rising. Assess the situation because you are the balance. Okay. Virgo, we were just talking about you guys, or the Virgo in the past, or from the past horoscope. Again, that's that earth energy. It's time to ground, assess the situation, stop, take a breath, get your patience, because guess what? Things are going to change no matter what. You can't stop that, Libra, sun, moon, or rising. Then you have Cancer. Again, immerse. Go into that shell. Take that time. You're not a Cancer, but you can retreat within, as suggested per the beginning of this live. And remember to walk in love. Walk in the energy of love no matter what, because this is at your root, at your home, your family. Love yourself, love your family. Love your friends, who's closest to you. But just remember, something may get really illuminated this week that just like hit you left field. Yeah, definitely ground. I know that I'm going to definitely, I don't know, I think tomorrow I'm going to do my full moon stuff, which it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't have to be super serious. You're supposed to do it during a certain time frame. And if you don't, it's fine, right? Sometimes life gets in the way. But the point is, even if we can't like write it down or reevaluate anything, we still at least think about it. Thinking about it sets intentions. It doesn't have to always be written. That's my personal opinion. If we think about it and say, okay, this is what we need, we have the ability, with a connection that we have being humans and spiritual and stuff like that. We have the ability to set up these parameters and stuff with spirit. It's not some magical, it is magical, but it's not some like big mysterious thing. It's just all about trust. It's like when I sat here, it took me 30 minutes to shuffle these cards, and I tried to pull at least four. And if doubles come out and I felt comfortable, I'd keep it. It took me 30 minutes. As I sat here before I started, I'm like, all right, Spirit, I trust you. Let's go. And it works out. So it's just an example of trusting and riding the wave. All right. After they get paid, then you could teach them how to budget their money. Yeah, that's true too. I have thought about that for sure, because budgeting, one of my kids is a saver and one of them's a spender. Like one of them will keep their money and wait, and eventually throughout the year they'll spend it on something they really want. The other one's like Roblox blocks, or whatever it's called, Robux, and this and that. F it, it's fine. So yeah, one of them definitely needs that. And the other one gets a lot of things from another family member because it's different. I got two baby daddy. Okay, not ashamed to say it. Um, but yeah, so she goes off with other ones, and she gets things she wants a lot up there. She's the baby. But yeah, that's generally how it goes. Two of them are ready to spend and buy, and the other one's a saver. Yeah. Says Tracy, speaking of thinking of Chastity, when you mentioned Betty Boot last week, I knew exactly who you were talking about. I befriended an elderly woman, Evelyn, and her favorite was Betty Boot. Interesting, because if I was channeling Tracy, I don't remember. Which I think was it might have been during our conversation. We had some stuff happen. I might be able to let y'all hear it if you hadn't seen the short. And I'm sorry, Tracy. I wish I would remember. Just being honest. If you don't realize, I'm pretty straightforward and honest, and I don't mean to be rude, but I might have to jog my memory on that. I might have to think about that, because now I'm real curious, because Betty Boot was my nanny's favorite character. She loved Betty Boot. My nanny was my grandma on my mom's side. And something really interesting happened before I go to see. We're on Libra. What is it after that? It's Scorpio, so we don't have too many left. Something that really interesting that happened is I had a box sitting right here at the foot of my bed, and the dog was laying, and it was sitting on top of a like a cart for my jewelry stuff. And basically that box was sitting there and my dog got up and I was pretty much like right in front of her. She really didn't bump it or nothing. This box is pretty big, like not super heavy, but it had pictures in it from my mom's side of the family, which most of them are deceased now. And my mom had asked me about seeing the pictures, and we were setting something up years ago to do it, but something happened. Time got away from us. That box just fell out in the middle of the floor. And I'm like, okay, all right, Spirit, I'm going to take it. I took it as a sign. And guess what? That happened at about 2:30. At 3:30 in the morning, my mama was thinking about that box. So when I went to have to go see her today, I brought it up there to her and left it at her house because it's got all the family pictures in it. So I thought it was cool. Nice. Editing and reviewing. I get it. I get it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I'm telling you, I just started Bobby Mackey's. I think I shared it with Dead Serious. If I can pull it up, I'll tell y'all now. It's gonna be something in the video. It's kind of exciting, but now I gotta see what this message was. I'm gonna be nosy. Probably something pissed me off. I don't know if I should look. Well, I love you too, dear. That's sweet. That's sweet. But yes. Thank you, Connie. And thank y'all, all to my, thanks you to all my moderators. I think I need some water, y'all. Cancer. All right. I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Tracy. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, normally snowfall it is. If you're seeing them in your mind's eye, um, and thinking full moon illuminates things. It depends. And a lot of times it can be paranormal for sure, but sometimes the things that we see, and this is something I don't think that's said enough, and I'm not going to tap in, but I'm just going to say this. Sometimes it can be the trauma we're going through too. But you know how I feel about the paranormal. You've been around from pretty much day one. You know what I mean. But just remember, if you've been going through some stuff like stress and anxiety and not feeling well, mentally, I'm not saying you are or not. I don't know. But just remember that can invoke those things too. And it can be paranormal coming in, or it can be shadow work too. So, yes. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. I'm disassociating a little bit about it. I'm still trying to place it. It's so weird I would say that too. All right. Maybe we can have a conversation a little later this week, Snowfall. We can definitely do that if you want. I'm going to take this one ring off. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. I never wore this little cute thing. Can't really see it. Hold on. It's a cutie. Wasn't really my style, but I kind of like it now when I got it. I used to get the fragrant jewels candles that come with the rings, and I loved that crap. It was so cool. Yep, we've got Scorpio. All right. So thank you for getting me on track, beach lover. Because, I get ADD. Let me get a sip of water first, though. And I'll go ahead and write down my timestamp. If I didn't lose my pen. Lost, I found it. The world is fine now. My head's not going to explode all. Did not lose my pen. Okay. Scorpio. All right. And I got it laid out and everything. All right. Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. You are. Let me make sure I'm telling y'all the right houses. I've been counting backwards and memorizing. I know I had to. Yep. I was right. The third house. So, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. A third house is about thinking, okay? Communication, siblings, social activities and interest. And for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, third house energy involving that area of your life, particularly. That's why I give you the house, okay? Moon, madness, avoiding drama between your siblings or just between communication. And also, the third house is ruled by Gemini, and you got Gemini too. So there's some things that's happening right now that's bringing you frustration around those areas in your life. It's definitely changing seasons. This started happening this week with the spring equinox, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's really important because you have some first moon energy coming in, which means challenges arise in Capricorn. So you have the thing I was talking about with Mercury and Capricorn right now. So basically bringing in the love of self and, wait a minute, brain fart. Look, I done lost it. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So that balance between inner self and what's going on the outside. It's time to think about things and drop things that no longer serve you, because you're going to have to unleash your kindest self. And sometimes that can be hard for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, because you have that sting. You have that tail that comes back around and you're ready to get on it. But right now, it's definitely time to make time for self-love because it's challenging. There's self-love that needs to be had here. And you've got that last quarter energy. That means let go. Let go, let God, and make time for self-love. You got to balance out. Got to bring in a little bit of balance right now to avoid that drama. Okay? So, and look, we have some more similar, these three specifically. I'll have to show you. You've got that, look, the same color here, and the frustration's definitely red. So you've got reds and oranges and yellows, and you can take it even further in interpretation and say that's your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. So that's a lot of earthly issues. That's your, earth chakras. So, your energy, the way that you give and receive energy, and your relationships and stuff like that, and then your home and family. So in the third house of communication between siblings. So there's something potentially going on there. Definitely make time for self-love and take the advice that I gave at the beginning of this video about introspection, and just keep your cool this coming week, because these horoscopes are good through the 27th until the third quarter. All right. So moving right along. Good night, Linda. Accurate. Good, good. All right. We're going into my Sagittariuses. I got two Sagittarius cheating. Got two Sag kids and a Taurus. Earth, water, fire. Yes, that's right. Just missing a little air there, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we'll go ahead and show this one. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising in the second house. So the second house is money, work, income, values, like your assets and how you value yourself, your priorities, your habits. So in that area, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you need to reach for the moon. It's time to go for it. Go for your goal. That's an awesome picture. Go for your goal. Okay, so this was the live pull, right? And let's see how it pans out with the rest of the cards here, because again, I trust Spirit. I pulled these before. They'll help. I'm telling you. And it's not hard to set up these parameters. They're literally just, you just got to do it. You just got to go for it. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. So, second house, go for it. You have a love and abundance, right? Venus is the god of peace, right? And she represents abundance too. So that's bringing in abundance to things, because karma is coming back around on the wheel, right? But it's not always bad karma. I mean, if you made some bad karma, that might come back around. But when people hear the word karma, and sometimes in a lot of situations, we're conditioned to hear Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, that, karma is a bad word. It's like, oh no, what's going to happen? But sometimes, there's good karma, in my opinion. Some people debate that. Definitely don't stop. It says go for it. Keep going, right? The new moon energy, it's time to plant those seeds and those finances, the values and how you value yourself. It could be anything like maybe even loans or assets. So like if there's something you're wanting to do or invest in, now may be the time in whatever area of life that is for you. And that new moon energy, planting the seeds in Aquarius, that is expansion. That is the internet. So are any of my Sagittariuses looking to expand to online something another and open up to change? Things are going to change. Definitely don't stop, right? And the last card is Scorpio, investigate. It's going to take you digging a little bit deeper, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, to be able to get to the bottom of what it is you need to do. And this energy right now is perfect timing for that. This full moon into the next couple days, and then we come up on this third quarter when we're, going down that wave, and we hit the bottom when we hit the black moon, right? The wave, it gets dark because you can't see the wave is the top, kind of a analogy there. So let's see if we got any color pairings here. We do. So I actually have maybe two, you could say, but I like doing this. So again, it's that root chakra colors, kind of, and a lot of white too. The red and the gold, they paired together well too across all the decks. Then you got some blues here, I mean, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but sometimes, you got to look a little deeper. You can keep pulling meaning out of things that way too. And the cool thing about cards, the spirits want me to say this right now. The cool thing about your intuition is kind of like the cards. If you can keep going with those and you learn how to do that for yourself, it really does help guide you through life. You can keep pulling from your intuition. These are just visual aids. Good. I'm glad it's accurate. Yeah, I do see why you want to run away sometimes, Tracy. I get that. I hide in my room sometimes, like, don't come in because they'll be doing this. And then there's an Aries. That's the old man. He's an Aries. So, God of war. So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is. I love colors. I mean, red, black, and white are my go-to colors, right? But I don't have a favorite color anymore. Like I'm a rainbow girl. Like I love rainbow. Not for any specific reason other than it's just spectrums of light. That's what it's for me. So like black, then rainbow, perfect. Perfect. And white, of course. I like all colors. All right. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that yet. I'm cheating. All right. So that was Sagittarius. So we've got three more. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It's two. I'm going to pass and keep going. Whoop, there we go. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What do we got? Now, this is the Pink Floyd one, right? Moonrise. Woo, that's pretty. See, rainbow. Ooh, I was just talking about rainbow. So, Moonrise. And that's one of my cards, actually. And this deck come out after mine. What? No, I'm kidding. Cleansing. So what are we cleansing here out of the first house? Capricorn is in the first house because you are the full moon sign right now. And what were we talking about? Cleansing our insides. I cannot make this shit up, okay? Because guess what? First house. Arrival. Look, I did this before, y'all. I'm telling you. Let me go ahead and pull the rest of them out. All right, so it's time for cleansing. It's time for introspection of yourself, right? And let's see what else I can, keywords here. Yep, beginning, the body, cleansing of the body, of the mind, the spirit, your identity, your approach to life, right? You've been having some intrusive thoughts lately, Capricorn, and, you've been trying to rest, okay? And rest is helpful right now. Make sure you are resting if you're not. Because you're operating in fear right now, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and you've got to let those dissolve. Full moon in Cancer. So full moon in Cancer means illuminating your emotions. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Your moon is the intuition and emotions. So it's definitely going within right now, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Kick those intrusive thoughts out, okay? It's time for a cleansing, mind, body, and spirit. Get your rest, okay? And you will arrive at your destination, yep, by letting your fears dissolve. Quit worrying, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, so now we've got Aquarius and Pisces. Whoa. Well, all right, and this is for the 12th house, Aquarius. So you're only one house off from home, right? And it's a little different because this is the introspection house. This is the meditation house. This is the endings house, the 12th house. Sometimes it can be the self-undoings house, okay? It's your subconscious, your beliefs, your spirituality. It's the house closest to spirit, okay? So that's the area of life that this could affect you in, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And the live card pull is Moon Called. Meant to be. All right, let's see what this has for us. Interesting. Oh, it's got my card. It's got my motto in it. All right, what is meant to be here? Okay, so we as in us. Well, I'm not an Aquarius, but for you Aquarius people, we got first quarter moon in Aries. So step into your power subconsciously. Again, reverting back to what I was saying about going within on this full moon and just kind of clearing out and seeing what's working and what's not. Here it is. Step into your power, right? Look, what are these women doing? They look like they're gaining a little bit of power there. They have that maiden mother crone type energy because what's happening right now is meant to be. You've got to ride the wave of this subconscious churning or the things. And, you know, divinity is next to creativity. Creativity is so important. You know, when we are trying to channel in, maybe that is your key, Aquarius, is to tap into that creativity to get closer to that 12th house things. Maybe it's time, you know, it's endings of partnerships, or maybe it's time to consider opening up, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, because you need to get into a partnership. But you're also bringing in that 11th house energy, that home energy of community. So what I'm being told to say is you are not alone in this. You have a community, Aquarius. So definitely keep that in mind. Somebody may be coming through. It don't have to be a relationship, but Juno does represent relationships, right? But it could be business-ships, you know, contracts. Again, it's meant to be. You've just got to literally grab it. What I would say, you know, vulgarly, I'm sorry if there's new people here and you don't know my sense of humor, grab it by the balls, okay? And use your creativity to connect to that 12th house energy where this moon is at over like the next we probably have a day and a half left now. Don't hold me to that, but the moon moves through each zodiac every month. It stays in for about 2.5 days. And then you have void, of course, when you're not supposed to make any type of actions at all. So, yeah, and you just got to ride the wave. All right, so that is Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off, guys. You have a wrench, Autumn Moon. You have a wrench on my end. I'm looking back, looking back. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I don't know. You're probably noticing a lot more mods. We had a war earlier against the tarot killer. That bot that comes through, or that person that comes through with like 20 accounts. That's like on a mission because maybe they got a bad reading one time. Or they were scammed. They were scammed over. All right. So last but not least, we have Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. Here it is. This is the live card. The rest of them were pre-pulled. I'm sorry I'm saying this over and over again, but it's because there'll be people probably jumping in. Ooh, and I need to write this down, timestamp. At least I got some of them. All right, so that'll give me a reference. We'll say 129. All right, so what does the live card say for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising? Void Moon. Oh my God, that's the second time I've done this tonight. We were talking about rainbows, it pops up, and now Void Moon, which means void, of course. I'm sorry, coincidence? I don't know. Whatever, but yeah, do nothing, okay? Which means you can be kind of lazy tonight or over the next week. Don't be lazy, but it just could mean in a situation of the 11th house of community. Okay, so it's networking, community is taking place in the 11th house, friends, right? Let's see what's popping in this 11th house energy here. You got solar flares. So a lot of high tensions around friends, community, and stuff of the such. All right. So let me look at this. Yeah, so that 11th house, maybe it's time though too on a positive note to activate, because it says activate. You want to activate by doing nothing, but that also see meditation there too in the 11th house. And it's also saying, yeah, I think it's more of a meditative thing as well. Reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Last quarter moon is like cutting ties too, though. If there's somebody that's giving you issues, maybe this full moon is illuminating your clear seeing, meaning like you can either your vision, you're clear seeing with vision like intuition, or you're clearly seeing the intentions of groups, friends, communities, or you're clearly seeing your wishes come true right now as well for that 11th house energy. And again, you have that doorway, that fear that you've had, right? So look, don't walk through the door. Don't walk through the door, fear. You literally just have to ride the wave, hang around for a little bit. So I would say Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, by the weekend, by Monday, you can start actually getting active on whatever it is, because it's going to be important to look back through the characteristics of the 11th house, see how that fits with you, and reflect on your priorities, because it's probably giving you advice to whatever you plan on doing, maybe out of haste, right? Not to. And the last card that come out, but I don't really count this one for this, is astrology session. Maybe this is just a way of saying, hey, if you want to look into it, you can always contact Chasity in the description box. There's a link, or you can email me at LuminaryLunaBeams at gmail.com, which is also in the description box to get your astrology session. Didn't plan that, but that's that Gemini, that Gemini wit, I guess, or cockiness one. Yes, Perry, and they can, dear, as long as they align with our destiny, right? Because if we're on the right path, we start to yearn and want for things like that are a part of our destiny, right? And then we do create that to a degree, but there's just some things that are a part of destiny that we can't avoid. Like we get so much playroom, right? But then we always get reverted back to our path. And as long as our wishes or dreams or intuitions are along that path, a lot of times if we ask for it and it's kind of easy way to say it is do what we're supposed to do, right? They do happen in divine timing. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, these readings, I really enjoy doing the horoscopes this way, because I used to just it technically would take me at first like 12 hours because I didn't have the right tools and the right programs and stuff, but um I started practicing like this to write horoscope like columns, but just for socials. So now I just do it live so I can hang out with you guys, and I've got really good at just I'm fine. It's fine. Yes, that'll be great, Lena. Please do. I want to catch up with you too, girl. Okay, definitely. We can do that. That'll be awesome. Your MySpace ID used to be Cap Random's Beer Ranch, right? Lord, I got all kinds of craziness on MySpace. Those are my party days. Relaxing, spending time with family. Well, that sounds about right on the energetic path. So you're right where you need to be, Angela. That's great. Barrel of monkeys, girl. That is true. Yeah, Tracy, you're not overstepping. Exactly. And a lot of times they pause for our own health. But I have found too, even in the moments of pause, we feel disconnected, and they're still there. They're still there. It's like sometimes when I do these readings, I'm in a pause. but somehow I'm able to still do it when I need to because they know this is part of what I'm meant to do, right? But when we go into these pauses, like with my Cancer, energy, I go into my shell. And I used to joke back and forth with Emily, like we would have these little like intuitive pauses where we need to take a break for something else, right? And be like, "Am I still psychic?" And then I know that happened to me. I don't know. We joke about it now because we know better, but at first we're like, "What happened?" And we would do like a reading or something, and it'd be fine. We just wouldn't be able to connect as deeply as we would like, but it still worked out. And that happens with our intuition, whether you do this for a living or not. You're right, Tracy. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wow. Well, congrats. I'm glad yeah, that's right. Yeah, the daughter, I think I saw that. Congratulations. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I never thought I would do this. Like, if I could I like doing manual labor, but with my back and stuff, I can't work anymore. Like, that's when my life went to hell and I had my spiritual awakening, is when I couldn't work anymore because I worked a lot. I was kind of a workaholic, but I also had to pay the bills. But I never got to even spend a lot of time with my children back then because I had to work second shift for what I could do. So it kind of sucks sometimes because, we have our 3D worries, right? On one hand, but somehow we're always provided for. It might be not exactly what we want, but it's what we need to survive and make it. Somehow, I don't know how, it always works. It always works out. All right, Connie. Good night. Hot yoga in the early. Get you some rest. I'll talk to you soon. You're welcome, beach lover. Good, good. I'm glad it was on spot. Yes, yes. Yep, you got to try to live your best life if you can. And sometimes it's baby steps. It's baby steps. I was so depressed at one point that, I got this idea, and this is when spirit started talking to me, and I wasn't fully aware of how they were talking to me, but they were like, buy jewelry. And I set up like a little blanket because I was having a lot of hip problems back problems. And on top of that, losing my job and COVID and stuff. And I set up not like, well, it's like I set up a little blanket area on the end of my bed because I just didn't want to get out of bed, and I started making jewelry. And all of a sudden, I started getting really intuitive, and I was like, "That's why I say creativity is next to divinity." I didn't read that anywhere. That's a life experience, and but then I found out that's actually a thing. Like it's interesting how it all happens. Sometimes, we get sent in places in life, and we don't realize that's exactly where we need to be. I did not realize that. I didn't realize exactly where I needed to be was right here because I was going through my Saturn return and I was holding on to my old life. Another reason I was depressed is I lost a lot of friends and they wasn't no good for me. Oh God, even though I love them, but about knocked y'all on the floor. Can't highlight saved. I don't know what highlighted to my channel. Yeah, you do find your purpose. Yeah, a week's vacation would be nice. Even though I went to Kentucky, it was not like a vacation at all. It was work. It was a work trip, which is cool. I love work. Love this work. Um, can definitely do it more than I could anything else right now. But yeah, guys, I think I'm tired. I've been on, if I could go, I've done 2 3 hour lives this week, and I've got to edit Bobby Mackey's. I was going to do the astrology chart, but I'm fading if y'all can't tell. So I was going to see if y'all had any final questions. Halfway through this, I felt like I might not be able to do it. And I also have to make sure V's up for work. So, because I don't hear any scuffling in there, so. Do it, Barb. Do it. Do it. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I hope it's turns out well, Angela. I really do. Yeah, I really do. I'm dissociating again, thinking about when we had our conversation. I wish you the best, dear. Where do babies come from? Heaven, the Gulf. The stork. Thank you, Autumn Moon. Yeah, I do. I really enjoy it. Even when I don't feel like doing anything, you know, I still try to get up off my behind and do it because I know that it needs to be done. It needs to be said. I figured out, where my life purpose lies. And when we work into that, energy, and it doesn't have to be, you're already meant to do something, right? But we kind of get a choice in what that is. Different things fit different scenarios. Yeah, definitely get the rest. I Maybe you're the one that told me about that. Is it Chris Beard or I don't know? Bird. That's a country bird. Went to Bobby Mackey's and just uploaded his video. I can't wait to see it and compare. That'll be very cool. Oh, I promised y'all something here since I'm not giving y'all the astrology tonight because I'm sorry I'm beat y'all. I will give you this. Hopefully y'all can hear it. All right. So, and I did this in a short, right? But it's no explanation much. So y'all may have seen the short, right? But I'm going to turn it all the way up. We called it EVP during that Estes session. And some of y'all know about it because you've seen the lives, us talking about it. But here's that EVP we call. Well, maybe, no, y'all know about the Estes session. And unless you've seen the short, you don't know about the EVP. Beard. Okay, thank you. Barb, you very well. I'm going to have to look. I don't want to say it because, we're on live, but it's interesting. Something's coming through for that, but for your birthday or your birth date, like astrology wise. It's something me and you've talked about. I don't know. Or I'm kind of tapped in. I'm reading your comments and I'm getting put into the situations. That's the thing about being claircognizant is like Emily's talking about, I know, look, I'm going to let y'all hear this in a second, but saying like, are you still psychic anymore? And we have like a period of rest. And Emily's like, okay, well, help me with this or ask me this or something. And she's like, my client, da 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 da, because she asked me for help. And the client knew, just so y'all know. And as soon as she told me, I started getting visions and flashes and stuff. I don't have to meditate or anything. It just comes to me. So normally I can turn that off a little bit better. But when I get sleepy, I can become more connected because you're getting into that, which I don't feel very connected. I don't know if that makes sense. The reason I say these things is for relatability. So maybe y'all have that happen, maybe not. That's true, Tracy. You're going to end up one way or another. I hope so too, Sheila. Good. I'm glad it makes sense. All right. So here's the EVP we call. Let me know if you guys can hear it. And this is kind of a short clip. It's only like 2.5 seconds, not even 3 seconds. And this is from our night vision device. So let me see if
they're here. They're here. They're here.
You hear that? Did y'all hear that? early birthday. And happy birthday to all the Cancers, since we're in Cancer season now. Right. Like a child or a young baby, right? And he says they're here. Okay, so this is off of our night vision. We also have his phone running. We haven't checked that one yet. And then Brittany and Ethan were recording, audio recording. And then I think at this moment, either myself or Riley was recording with Greg's phone. So we asked them to go back to this session and see if they caught it too. So everybody checked. And I did not know this either. If it was told to me, I didn't retain it. What I'm going to say after this. But then Brittany checked, and here's a little bit more of the clip. So let me know if y'all can hear.
I know. Who's watching this?
22 seconds.
I heard a disembodied voice go.
They're here laughing. Yes.
You hear that? I'm the only one that heard it. I heard a disembodied voice. And I don't remember saying that at all. I mean, I was tired. Like, look, I was really tired. But that was Brittany's. Heard a disembodied voice that picked up. And he said, they're here laughing. Okay. And again, we had down south.
I heard a disembodied voice go.
They're here laughing.
We got it on all three. That was in the Room of Faces. Yes. It does. So what I saw and what we were feeling at that moment has nothing to do with children at all. I'm going to leave it there because that's going to be kind of the finale for the video. So y'all are welcome. I gave you a little sneaky peek. For those, I know some people may watch this tomorrow. But yep, we can definitely get an idea of what's going to happen in that basement. And I'm not very far in. I don't think this one's going to take me as long to edit. I say that now, but crossed. Now, I wasn't giving y'all a middle finger. I'm just crossing my sausage fingers here. Fingers crossed. Okay. Got the arthritic fingers for real though. But yeah, I'm excited. I've found some other EVPs and so far they're in the basement. That's a class A EVP. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says. Somebody can say it's fake. I wouldn't even give a say it's fake. I don't care. I'm ready for it. You can't, you'd have to, and oh my God, if people I've never met too, it kills me when people, say it's all a setup. You'd have to have money out the ass to have like everybody coordinated because people ain't going to do that shit for free or be quiet. You'd have to have money out the ass to pay people. Well, look, I'm a broke bitch and I'm paranormal investigating. I ain't paid nobody off. And I'm not saying y'all here now, but if anybody was to watch this, not wanting to believe it, I can't afford that. Can't afford to pay people off to be quiet about stuff like that. So that's legit. There was no children. My earrings are bothering me. There was no children in that vicinity. But come to find out, after V found that voice clip and we shared it with everybody, Spirit sent me 2 videos to kind of use for the Bobby Mackey's video. Kind of like, because I'm going to make it look cool and stuff. But one of them was the haunted walkthrough because we did not get a lot of haunted information, but I ended up talking to her for another like 45 minutes to maybe an hour and 30 minutes or something like that after our scheduled time to leave because she wanted to know what I got. She didn't tell me much about the haunted stories. She just listened. She wanted to know what I got because I thought we were going to do haunted stories, which is fine. Cool, whatever. I can find that. And I did. I found it online. So I got like from the mouths of the workers there. But I do intend on telling the true story about Bobby Mackey's, like the truth stuff, not the stuff that's been fluffed. It is going to sound a little bit different than what you've heard other people say. I'm going to tell you that right now. I ain't about that life. So, and I got it all recorded too. Exactly what the woman said. So, I will be putting up extra footage from Henry River Mill, never before seen footage, and some of it will be raw, and some of it will be stuff I've never watched. So it'll give my Patreons an opportunity to do a little bit of investigating themselves and seeing if they pick up on any sounds. I will edit some of it a little bit. Maybe it might just be like editing out, maybe like, say we're walking and the camera's down at the ground. I'm not going to try to give y'all motion sickness, right? But I'll definitely cut out something like that, but I'll increase the volume. That way you can, if I increase the volume, you can turn it down if it's too loud. But if you think you hear something and you wear earphones, like you have to wear your earbuds or earphones or whatever, speakers in your ear. If you do that, then, you'll hear the EVPs better. I figured that'd be fun for Patreon. Sorry, I've been running my mouth. Let's see what y'all been saying. The devil does play tricks on you. Amen to that. Because he does all the time. And it's, there's so many just dark things and, that are in this world. They're being plucked in this world. But there's also a lot of light too. It balances out. My guardians came in that room that night. My guardians came in and it growled in the earphones. I don't know. Be very interesting to see. We haven't watched it. I don't know. So we're going to find out. Yeah, it did. There at the end, like where I was so tired and so swollen. I know I keep saying that, but y'all may be a little alarmed when you see it. And I'm better now. Don't be worried. I was alarmed when I saw it. Maybe y'all won't notice it as much as me, but I certainly do because it's me. But, that kind of stuff just in my body. I just traveled 15 hours to Florida, but that was in winter and I did okay. Not on the way down there, but on the way back I did. But yeah, I don't know. It could have been something doing something to me too, but I already have health problems. That's why I brought it up again. No child. Yep. Nope. No Depends. I didn't have to wear Depends this time, Tracy. I'm kidding. I don't have to wear them to the other location. Right. Tracy couldn't pay all the money in the world to do it. It was freaky at the other place when the spirit copied your voice. Yeah. Oh, they mess with me hard. They really do. Mimicking. Yep. Yep. The truth to help. Thank God someone is going to share the truth. I'm going to do my best. As long as they're telling me the truth, and then I'll tap in, and if I feel, I don't want to say somebody's words aren't true, but if I smell bullshit, I'm going to tell you. And there's something on there. I'm not going to call it any names, but I smell bullshit in a YouTuber's video, and I don't like doing the drama. But I did an experiment based on that video because I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to say any names, but you may see it. It's going to be very subtle. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't play around with stuff like that. I don't think it's fair. People are going to do what they want to do anyways, and it just doesn't promote good, loving feelings. And look, I'm a ride the waiver. Light, dark balance, right? But at the same time, it's just not cool. So Patreon, as far as Patreon, if you want to start a Patreon, you just go to Patreon Creator. If you want to join a Patreon, there'll be, wait a minute, let me back up. So if you just go into Patreon and you type it in, it's going to bring you to go to buy other people's Patreons, right? But if you want to start your own, type in, become a creator on Patreon, and then it should take you to that. My Patreon isn't active yet, but once it is, I'll do a big old thing because it's going to be pretty interesting, I think, personally. And I think I'm only going to do one level right now. And I think I'm just going to start out at $5 a month and just do one level and see, and already have my other levels planned out, right? But maybe until I get into a routine of editing, filming, balancing these channels, I don't want to be because I have a membership with Lights at Midnight too. So that's, that's another thing with other channels and stuff. But this will probably be my only Patreon for the foreseeable future. Just like our Appalachian Nightmare will have a Patreon and a merch store. Lights at Midnight might have a merch store, right? Between me and Emily. But we'll never do Patreon because we do YouTube memberships. The Luminary Luna Beams, I have some ideas. Like, I have tons of ideas. And I want to make it like a Mod Podge channel and just bring in everything that I love together in one. But I'm struggling with, I know what I want to do, but I'm trying to make up my mind of what I want to do. Wow. Yeah, sometimes you got to see it to believe it, and that's okay. I mean, it's hard to believe that the boogeyman exists, right? Until you experience it. Like, I didn't believe in a Ouija board. I was 12 years old, and I told my friend, I'm like, this is crap. This shit ain't gonna work. Whatever. It worked. I was not a believer. Maybe like 1 to 5%. Like, it might work. And I mean, I grew up in a house where we talked about spooky stuff every once in a while. That would happen to the family, but it was just like, it can stay over there. I'm from like the foothills of Appalachia, basically. Um, Pretty much. You can call it that. And so right on the edge, very, very, very close to the mountainous part of the northern part in North Carolina. So, I mean, I don't know. We just tell scary stuff to say the fuck over there somewhere. I'm gonna, you stay out there. I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna bring the cat inside and shut the door. This did not happen. We'll talk about it later when we feel comfortable and nothing else has happened. That is very true about Appalachia. It's most of the time, but here lately or over the time, like, that's changed. So, let's see. Go mess with people. Yeah, I've threatened that, and I've told my children. Some of my ladies, or maybe even gentlemen out there, may know this brand, but it's Brazilian. They make the Brazilian. Ah, my internet cut out. I don't know how long it cut out, but I was talking about messing with people when you die. I told my kids, if you smell Sol de Janeiro's, like yellow, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the Brazilian bum bum cream. If you smell that, because I love that smell, at least right now in life, I said, that's going to be me. You're going to smell that. Here's mom's perfume or whatever, because they have sprays too. There's mom's perfume. It's her. I done told them. I done made that. I done set that up. Yeah, they do that, Tracy, content creators. You can tell when they're fake. Ain't gonna do it. Not gonna do the hate. As I was gonna crack on this one fish guy. He's fishy. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say that either, but it's flicky like a fish. Flop it like a fish. That's crazy. That's crazy, David. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That was like a full body apparition. Yep, energy's energy. And there was a big difference in the energy in that basement. It was not friendly at all. Yeah, pissed off human spirit. It can be a pissed off human spirit that's just raging, right? Which is sad because you want them to go to the light. But everybody has their time and place for everything. And then you can have poltergeist where people are actually creating that energy themselves if they're very strong, or they create a thought form that like bubbles out. One day I need to draw a picture of what spirit showed me that looks like, just to kind of describe it to people. Because again, the things that we see, the paranormal stuff, it's like that's gonna be part of like the book that I write. I'm gonna include the things that spirit has gave me to describe certain things. So may save it for that. I'm shooting to have my book finished by 2026. got started on it, but I'm shooting to have like my paranormal stuff. A book. It depends. It just depends. Depends on how far it goes. I want to get some more investigations under my belt and like get even more experience because it could change my opinion on some things. But I trust, what spirit says, too. So, but I want to get that field experience. Yes, it does smell so good. You thought I meant chips and sauce. Sounds good. I'm hungry as fuck. I'm gonna eat something late night snack. Really, it's gonna be like dinner for me. Really, yeah. The perfume, Brazilian bum bum cream perfume. If you know it, you know it. I don't have any near me, or I could show you. Yes, you can associate different smells to different people. I swear, I smelled a grandma when I was channeling in somebody's grandma. I smelled it. Grandmas have a certain smell, but they're all different. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Dr. Pepper cream soda diet. I ain't got none. Just kidding. Yeah, come up with the dance to the fish. Oh, that's crazy, David. About the little girl. Yeah, I've got to get it done. I got a lot of writing to do. And right now is a great astrologically right now I'm supposed to be writing, which I am. I'm writing classes and I've got a lot of writing done. It's just, you know, part of content creation sometimes can be writing and filming, and I'm looking into ways to make that even easier on myself. Because I give myself a hard time, but it's like, bitch, you got 3 YouTube channels, so I'm keeping up with it pretty good. I've got to film a Lights at Midnight video tomorrow, and I say that now, putting a lot of pressure on me. I have to finish class. Class will be done before the video gets done. So just so you guys know, video don't come out next Friday. I may wait to the following Friday. I know I'm going to start dodging. Y'all will start throwing shit at me, but the class is most important because they're paid seats. So it takes precedence over the Bobby Mackeys, but I don't want to release it. If I release it, I may do it on a Friday, but or Saturday, the next day, if I finish it. But I've got to have time. Like I really want to keep it to Fridays, and I want to do it every 4 weeks. So eventually, I'm hoping to go to at least 2 locations a month. But then that means double editing. But I should get better and faster at the longer videos and the way that we shoot them and, all that kind of stuff. So that'll always get better and faster with time. Mothballs, Tracy. Some of them probably do. Um, so it's body spray, but I do have like little sample size of the it's Sol de Janeiro, and it's really expensive. Like what is it called? Quad paid or shop like 4 payments when I had a little bit of money, and I got the shampoo and the conditioner and the body wash, and I do have something. I do my hair oil because this was a gift. Wait a minute. Look, I should be a brand influencer. What is it? Yeah, Sol de Janeiro, and it's hair oil. And but which one is it? Oh, this one smells like the original. But if you look up Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, they make it hair oil. They make what else? Hair like extra leave-in conditioner spray. They make scrub, like all body. And if you wash and all this and use that whole care system, but you be smelling good for like a whole day and a half. People will be like, oh, and they got dry shampoo, but it's like, I'm not going to disclose. I'm about out of all of it, and I probably won't be able to get it all back again for a long time. That's okay. Never say never, but I can tell you this, it is worth it. It makes my hair, like I have greasy hair, right? So if I don't wash it, sometimes if it's hot, it can just the next day, even if I wash the crap out of it. But the Sol de Janeiro, also too, if I break, my hair is like naturally wavy and sometimes it's straight, depending, I guess, on hormones or whatever. But you can braid. I know, I'm sorry, all the fellas in the chat, the little girl talk here. I'm gonna finish it up, but um, you can, do multiple braids and make it wavy, right? When I use that Sol de Janeiro, it gets all scary spice and shit. I like it. So This is my death smell, y'all. Morbid as hell, but Brazilian bum bum cream. Oh, your grandma smelled like mothballs. Okay. Yeah, okay. It is pricey. It really is. I'm not even going to front. It was a treat about 2 years ago for myself. And over time, I build up the collection. So, and it's all, I don't use it all the time either. So I've been like really saving like the cream or whatever, because it comes in a container. So that's why you pay it off in 4 payments. So this is when I was working a little more. I was doing DoorDash and stuff. We need that naked vanilla candle. It is toxic. They were loyal to mothballs and the snakes. They had to keep away the snakes. That's right. That's right. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. I've been live for a little over 2 hours. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Payment plans, that's what I'm saying. I think it's Carnal or Carnell or however you say it, Klarn or something like that. I think that's what they do, or they did it through Shop. But if you really want to try it, you can go to Sephora or Ulta, or you can probably find it like on Poshmark if you trust that, right? For a little cheaper. But yeah, it's definitely worth the smell. So if you go into one of those shops, smell it. And they have, they have other smells. Nothing beats the original orange one. You can order from their website. Look, they're going to have to sponsor me. Sol de Janeiro. Send them an email and be like, sponsor this beans. Okay. Night Barb. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Love and light. But yeah, Sol de Janeiro. You type in this, and then they have their own website, or you can type in that. Sol de Janeiro. It's really good shit. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Like, you don't have to get the whole system. You could get if you get anything, get the body. Maybe get a tester. They have like mini travel kits that come with a little cream, a little spray, and maybe something else. Start off with that, maybe. And if you will smell it first, go to Sephora or Ulta and smell it first. Then get you the travel size, unless you want to spend the money on it. All right, guys. Yes. Oh, the pink one. I think I've smelled that one. I want to smell the purple one. Yeah, I can't remember now. I know I smelled the blue one, and I wasn't a fan of it. Thank you, David. Thank you. Y'all have a good night. All right, I'm going to quit marketing for Sol de Janeiro, but really, just go smell it. If you just smell it, it'll make me happy. It sounds awful. Just smell it. This is my death smell. This is how the lives end, right? I'm glad y'all had a good time, and I hope it was somewhat helpful. And I'm sorry I don't feel like doing the astrology readings, but I hope what we talked about was somewhat insightful and everybody had a good time. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. I love you guys so much. And let's see, I don't know how to end it, right? I got to figure out how to end it, but how I always end it. Peace out.